techniques in gene manipulation enabled us to grow an actual human ear on the back of a mouse. Yes, this is guaranteed to make us millions.
From regrown amputated limbs, say?
No, from the computer industry. Left. Right. Up.
That's it. No more. Ever since you bought that widescreen telly, you've done nothing but just sit there day in, day out. Can't you see what it's doing to you?
Chickadee chick, July, chickle and me in a pananica, wallika, can't you see? Chickadee chick, it's me. Well, of course you can, because I'm on the blinking tranny. Okay, when I say tranny, by the way, I mean, of course, radio, because there's nothing wrong with my sexual orientation. Just my wee joke. Larry, stop it, you get off your head, okay. First of all, a lighter, and I'd like to congratulate, by the way, Mrs. Dwyer from Kirkliston, who is this week's winner of a Larry's Lunchbox, which doesn't hold much, but it really looks as if it does. Okay, this is for our handy tip on how to remove stains that dogs make on the carpet when they're having pups. Right. Okay, another lighter here. Just a wee note to say your show is absolutely brilliant, and that we all think you're completely bonkers. Oh, thanks very much. I'm taking a pure beamer. Okay. Everyone here thinks you're absolutely great, and even the warders think so too. P.S. This letter... Sorry about this letter being written in crayon, okay? That's signed kind regards from Mad Shuggy and all the guys in D-Wing. Now, this week particularly, I've got a really big mailbag. That's because my girlfriend won't sleep with me. Oh, stop it, just my wee joke. And talking about mailbags, Pulp FM's mailbags are probably sewn up by the guys in D-Wing, in fact. So thanks very much, lads. A very vital and important job you do. Because if we didn't have any mailbags, there wouldn't be any mail. And if there wasn't any mail, there wouldn't be any Larry Logan show. Now, here's a wee thought. What if there was nobody in prison? Does that mean there wouldn't be any mailbags? And no mail? That's a cause for concern. I mean, I, Larry Logan, I'm as much against crime as anybody, but would I like to see it stamped out completely at the expense of never having any mail? I don't know, I don't think so. What do you think? Give me a call, you know we need it. Right. Meanwhile, let's have some music, and this one's especially for Shuggy and all the guys in D-Wing and the Sewing Circle. Well, Shuggy, I hope you and the friends of yours are all tucked in safely for the night. This is especially from me to you. Take your mind off your wee situation. It's Please Release Me by Engelbert Humperdinck. Stick with us, we're having a party.
How
you doing, eh?
I'm all right. How are you?
Oh, brand new.
Eating all right?
Aye, brand new. Here, listen. Just make it a quick kiss. I think the screws are watching. I've swallowed it. I don't think the screws saw in. Listen, what was it? Lump of hash? Jelly?
No, sorry. I've just had a touch of bronchitis.
I will not be moved.
Can I talk to you?
I'm not coming down. I've lived here for 3 years and I'm staying here. No roads are coming through here. I'm here to stay. I am not coming down.
In that case, can I come up? It's just that we've got a special line in fitted kitchens, and I was wondering if you were interested.
Get out of it. Go on, clear off. Get out of it, bloody parasite. Go on.
Tell me, madam, what did you think of our new show house? You impressed by the new fittings and facilities?
Oh, delightful. I tell you, without a word to a lie, it's the best show house I've ever had a piss in.
Part 2001 in an occasional series. Mick Jagger sings songs from the shows.
There is nothing like a dime. Nothing like a dime. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a dime. And I should know, man, you know what I mean? No, too much. Bye.
Such a good mood, right? Now, where is that Buttons? He's never here when you need him.
Oh, God.
Oh, there you are, Buttons. You're just in time for your tea.
father.
Don't call me father, dear. I'm widow well endowed, your poor penniless mother.
You are not my mother. You're my father. A sad, old, out-of-work theatrical living in a make-believe world of pantomime and in urgent need of medical attention.
Oh, no, I am not.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, yes. Oh, God, now I'm doing it.
Here, did you take Bessie the cow to market like I told you?
No.
Why ever not?
Because we haven't got a cow, have we? You're not allowed to keep cows on the 8th floor of a Glasgow council tower block.
Well, I could name a few cows that are living round here. Now, Buttons.
And my name isn't Buttons, Father. It's Dick. D-I-C-K. Do you understand, Dick?
Understand it, dear? I'm an expert on it. Now, tell me how you got on at school today.
Well, I haven't been to school. I'm a 34-year-old solicitor's clerk in the city.
Oh, I knew a solicitor once. His debentures were a wee bit loose, but his testimonials were as stiff as a poker.
Well, I can't take much more of this. Unless you end this absurd fantasy, I'm leaving home.
Leaving home? Oh, but what am I going to do? I just can't survive on that meagre pittance that Baron Hardup gives me to chop logs. And look at me, I'm far too old to handle that massive chopper of his.
But you don't chop logs for a living, Father. You sign on the dole every fortnight.
Well, I've had dozens of interviews. I just can't get a job.
Is it any surprise when you turn up dressed like that? Look, when I go, you can get a lodger. That'll boost your benefits.
You listen to me. If my benefits were any more boosted, I'd be toppling over.
Hello, everyone.
And who the hell are you?
I'm Jack the Giant Killer. Widow Wellandowne, a man in the village told me you sometimes give bed and board to travelling salesmen.
Well, as a matter of fact, I do, and you can sleep in Button's room.
That suits me fine, as long as Buttons here doesn't mind sleeping with another boy. Eh, Buttons?
No, you misunderstand, dear. You see, Buttons is leaving home.
Oh, no, I'm not, Mother. Come on, Jack, let's go into my room and I'll show you my beanstalk.
Oh, just like his father.
Always has a unique design. It has a dry top sheet that lets all the wetness soak through to the bottom sheet. I'm a squash player, and after an hour and a half in the courts, I still feel fresh and dry. In fact, I completely forget I'm wearing one.
Much more fun lately.
Yeah, since we persuaded our husbands to come along. Whatever you want to.
As Madonna prepares to make her mark playing Argentine heroine Evita, we have a sneak preview of the blonde pop star in the moving funeral scene. As celebrations continue throughout 1996 to mark 100 years of the automobile, Pulp Video has located an archive clip of the very first car commercial.
That's 11:30.
It's 11:30. It's 11:30. It's 11:30.
Diet Coke break. Diet Coke break.
Diet Coke break.
I don't want you to be no slave. I don't want you to work all day. But I want you to be true.
How much? Oh, I have no idea. £10?
How much? You know, I've always meant to have a look about 12 quid.
Oh, no, I haven't got a clue. About a fiver?
No, it's nearly £25 a quarter just to rent the bloody phone. BT, it's good for us when you talk.
I'll never forget the experience. I was driving down this dark country lane and my car came to an abrupt halt. My lights went out and then I saw this huge glowing cigar-shaped object in the air. Then I realised I'd knocked down Jimmy Savile.
No pulse. No heart. Brittle bones. Soft head. What do you think?
He'll do. Yeah, it's me. Tell the guys we found the perfect opponent for Frank Bruno.
Valid tickets to me, please. Valid tickets to me. Have your valid tickets ready for my personal perusal. There will be no entry under any circumstance without a valid ticket.
Stage door's locked, mate.
It is no surprise to me, as I locked it myself personally at 1900 hours.
We just have to go through this way then.
Tender me your valid tickets, and I will grant you right of passage through this doorway.
No, you don't understand. We're a band.
I don't care if you're Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones themselves. Unless you have a valid ticket, you cannot pass this point.
Mick Jagger. Listen to him. Nah, you're behind the times, mate. We're more like grunge, hip-hop, techno.
You may well be gunge, flip-flop, and Lego. But without a valid ticket, you cannot enter these premises.
You don't understand. We are the gig. If we don't get in there, there'll be no show.
You have a highly inflated opinion of yourself, young lady. To presume that the show would be a washout without your presence. Now, I must ask you all to rotate yourselves through 180 degrees and keep walking until you become diminishing dots on the horizon.
Have you got a no entry sign tattooed on your ass or something?
No, sir. I do not have a highway code symbol emblazoned upon my buttocks. There is no restriction there.
You're a nutter.
Pivot on your plimsolls and leave my field of vision.
Forget it, man. It's not worth the hassle. Let's go back to the hotel and get pissed.
Yeah. Dark in here.
Valid tickets to me. Valid tickets to me. Have your tickets ready for my personal perusal. Valid tickets to me. have your valid tickets here for a full refund. Tickets here for a full refund. Thank you.
I'm flicking through the pages of the Penthouse magazine, and I shouts, "Oi, give me a bacon and egg sarnie now!" So she comes through with a bacon and egg sarnie. I says, "Where's me lager?" So she goes and gets me 6 cans of lager. I drink them. Bang, 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 rapid. And then I shouts, "Get over here, get your kit off." Then I let off this whopping great fart. And then I says, "You, grab my ass." And that is what foreplay is all about.
I'm sorry. I just can't do it.
It's her, isn't it? She's to blame.
I know. Every time we make love, I see her face and hear her voice.
Now, here's a couple who aren't getting
They're saying now that the big toe is an important erogenous zone. Well, I don't want to feel inadequate in front of other men, so I had an operation. A big toe enlargement.
I need to have a word with the gaffer. The facilities on this job are a disgrace.
Oh, hello. I know what you're thinking. He hasn't got much of a job. Well, I've had worse. I used to work in a biscuit factory, right at the end of the production line. Once the biscuits were in the packet, but before the packet was put into the box, I had to hit the end of the packets with a hammer and break a few. You've probably always wondered how that happened. It's someone's job. Then, with my end of production line experience, I went to work at Vaseline. Just before the lids got put in the jars, I had to stick a hair in. Probably always wondered how that happened too. It's someone's job. You see, you get all kinds of strange jobs. Look at this. Janet Jackson, half naked with hands on her... Well, you don't need me to spell it out for you, do you? B-O-O-B-Y-S. What does that tell you about her music? Nothing, that's what. It's using sex to sell things. It's saying, maybe there's a better photograph on the inside sleeve. That's what it's saying to me, anyway. Now, it was only after looking at this for a while that it dawned on me that these aren't Janet's hands. These are men's hands. Look, hairy, dirty fingernails. That's somebody's job. Somebody somewhere has a CV that says nothing other than holder of Janet Jackson's titties. There, I've said it. There must be someone sitting in a bar in Los Angeles with a big table full of drinks in front of him. People saying, "Who's the guy with all the drinks?" That's Janet Jackson's titty holder. "Oh, let me buy you a drink, mate. Let me shake your hand." Hey, hey, hey. Easy, friend. These hands have never been washed since. I bet they haven't. They must have auditioned for that job. Imagine that. You'd be nervous. Next. Oh. I've blown it, haven't I? I bet he didn't get the job. He's probably sweeping floors somewhere now.
See that star up there? Doesn't exist.
But I can see it.
No, no. What you're seeing is the light for that star. You see, that star is 40 light years away. It takes 40 years for the light for that star to reach us, right? But what you're seeing is the lights for 40 years ago just reaching us now. Maybe he just had a power cut. Right enough.
So, shopping mall, just about there. Cineplex there. Sports complex, of course, at the front. And car park, giving easy access to all the facilities.
Sounds fantastic. But what about the locals? They won't be happy.
Who cares? Sod them. There may be trouble ahead.
Well, here I am in the countryside, and to be frank, I'm having a ball. Here's a question for you. Who knows anything about nuts?
I feel we're getting one nut too many in the picture.
Sorry.
Hello and welcome to Soap Masterclass. Today we're looking at the anti-hero, the essentially bad guy who we can't help feeling sorry for, perhaps because he's basically weak or misunderstood, or simply because his acting's so awful. Our guest tonight, a former favourite from EastEnders, Mr. Frank Butcher.
Hello, Twinkle. Run around, go.
And another lovely actor, Mr. Jim McDonald from Coronation Street.
I'll tell you this and I'll tell you no more. How about you?
Great. Now, Frank, did you base your stunning characterisation on anyone particular?
Well, yes, he's actually based on, and they'll murder me for telling you this, but he's actually based on the comedian Mike Reid.
Fascinating. And would you be so kind to kick off this masterclass session?
Yes, paid no.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Frank.
All right, what you're going to know about this business is more is less, right? It's all about saying a little, but meaning a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a word, right? And then I want you to shout an emotion. And I hope to demonstrate how to infuse that word with that emotion. And the word is Ricky.
Anger.
Ricky.
Sorrow.
Ricky.
Rage.
Ricky.
Brilliant. And rest. Now, we've all heard of method acting. Yes? Good. Now, Jim is now going to demonstrate method overacting.
Sure, now, this is where I go into the Rover's return, you know, when Jack Duckworth asks me what I'm going to have to drink. Now, there are two ways of responding, right? Method one, and cue.
Hello, Jim. What would you like to drink?
Pint, please. See what I mean? I mean, nobody talks like that, do they? Apart from ordinary people every day of their lives, you know. But we're actors, so we do it how it should be done. And cue.
What would you like to drink, Jim?
Oh, now there's a thing. Is that a fact now? Oh, you better ask your man, eh? Oh, where's Les? Oh, don't worry. Oh, that's all over. Oh, is that a fact? No, we'll soon see about that, eh? I'll tell you this and I'll tell you no more. Pint, please.
Stunning. And rest. And finally, as we're already in the pub, let's have a little look at the ding-dong or fight, which is such a common part of soap acting. And please note, this usually begins with an expletive.
Good job.
Don't you?
Or a spilled pint.
Ricky. You've spilled my pint.
You spelled my pint. It's good, but it's not right.
This is usually followed by a physical expression of anger. A thrusting out of the chest and a puckering of the lips, known in the business as a dog's arse. I'm going to have to stop you there, boys. It's getting too realistic. Thank you. Join us next week for Getting Up the Stick with Michelle. Thank you and good night. Thank you.
So, what did you do on Saturday night? Were you out for a romantic meal with Robbie from Take That?
No.
Oklahoma.
It's here. Heaven exists, and I'm here. I'm going to walk through the pearly gates into eternal paradise.
Valid tickets to me. Valid tickets to me. Entry into paradise only with a valid ticket.
Ladies and gentlemen, with his own tribute to the songs of Scotland, American cabaret sensation, Mr. Vince Sinclair.
Will you stop your tickling, Jock? Will you stop your tickling, Jock? Dinna make me laugh, say hearty, or you're gonna make me choke. Will you stop your tickling? Ah, tickling. Will you stop your tickling, Jock? Hey, just a wee dot in Doris, just a tiny wee dot, that's all. Just a wee dot in Doris, before you up sticks and gang a wall. There's a wee lassie waiting right smack dab next to that button bend. And if you can say it's a raw brick moonlit nick, then you're all Ricky Ken. London, Paris, New York, Munich, Tickling, Jock and Doc and Doris. All of this stuff is Scots music.